Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is Dylan. We are back here with another tier list. Today we're going to be ranking the best wide receivers in Madden 22 Ultimate Team. Now before we get into that, if you are new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on the video and also subscribe if you are new. My goal is to hit 10k subscribers by the end of the year, and I cannot do it without y'all's support, so I would greatly appreciate it. Now again today, kind of going off the other tier list, so far we've done quarterbacks and running backs. Now again, we're just going to go ahead and do the base elites, and as new promos go ahead and come out, we're just going to go ahead and stack on top of these tier lists we already made. And like I said previously, especially in the running back one too, there are very good gold and even silver wide receivers that can get the job done for you. For the first couple of receivers, they're all going to be like 80 to 81s. I'm going to move Devonte Adams to the end. Now starting off right here, for a lot of the receivers, I'm not going to go ahead and talk about abilities because, you know, like the 80, even like 82, 83 guys don't really get good abilities. And the first one right here we got is Devonte Parker, who does have a power up. With the power up will be 84 speed. It's like 70 route running. He's like pretty solid. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the C tier. Again, I think he's pretty good. He's okay. I could maybe move him down to the D tier because receiver is a very deep position in this game. But for right now, C tier is perfectly fine for him. Adam Thielen right here, again, he's going to be 82 speed with the power up will be 83. With the power up could get 80 short route running, but especially with how the game plays, I just think he's D tier. I think Devonte Parker definitely a whole tier better than him. Devonte Parker also is slightly a bigger body, and we'll get into that a little bit later with another receiver. But Thielen really is just slow, and it's not like he has like really good route running that can make up for his slowness. Also doesn't really get any good abilities. Next up right here we got Robert Woods, who unfortunately is not a tight end yet. He's pretty much right on par with Devonte Parker, very similar. With the power up will be 84 speed, and again, kind of like that 70, like mid 70 route running tier. Now Tyler Lockett right here is actually really good. With the power up, he will be 87 speed, and again, he has the same route running as like Devonte Parker or Robert Woods. Now, do I put Tyler Lockett B or A? I think he's so far going to be the first B wide receiver. Again, he's going to be really good, and a nice little budget option too. He's only 81 overall, so he should be relatively cheap as well. DJ Moore is kind of on the same level as Tyler Lockett. With the power up will be 87 speed. The only thing different on him that's different from Tyler Lockett is Tyler Lockett has a lot better route running, and by a lot better I mean he hits like the 75 tier. DJ Moore is pretty much like 70 to like 73 for all his route running. And we got our first A tier wide receiver right here, Robbie Anderson. I think this is the best budget wide receiver in the game. With the power up will be 88 speed. He also has very good route running. He's also pretty tall as well, and he hits 80 deep route running. So he hits the next tier of route running for deep route running. He's only 81 overall. Definitely if you're low on coins, Robbie Anderson's your guy. Calvin Ridley right here is 87 speed, but he's one speed point slower than Robbie Anderson, but I'm going to still put him A tier because he can hit that 80 deep route running. With the power up, we'll be able to hit 80 medium route running as well. So one speed point slower than Robbie Anderson, but he hits the medium route running 80 tier. I'm going to be honest with you, Cole Beasley was someone I thought could have been in the A tier if he got like slot apprentice for an ability. But given he's so slow, really doesn't have great route running either, he's going to be an F tier wide receiver. Honestly, he may be the only F tier wide receiver. Again, if he got like slot apprentice or something, he'd be like way higher. Like honestly, if he just got an ability, he'd be like A, like with slot apprentice. Brandon Cooks speed cooking, he's also B tier. He's pretty much on the same level as these guys. Can kind of say the same thing about him that I said about Tyler Lockett. Again, 87 speed with the power up, and will be kind of that mid 70 tier route running. Kenny Galladay right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the B tier. The reason why I put Kenny Galladay in the B tier, well, you're gonna look at him, he's only 83 speed, doesn't have great route running either. He's 6'4". Also he has 82 spec catch, and with those two stats, keep in mind the aggressive catches right now are absolutely insane. There are gonna be people who master how to go ahead and catch like these just crazy balls with these big wide receivers. So I think that is good enough to put him in the B tier right now. Now, if the Ags or whatever get tuned or whatever, he's honestly probably on the C tier level. But I think, again, him being a big body, and if you want to go ahead and try to, you know, master the aggressive catch, he could even be S tier if it gets that crazy. Jarvis Landry right here is pretty similar to Adam Thielen. With the power will be 83 speed and doesn't really hit plus 80 route running for anything. He's pretty bad. And the same thing for Cooper Kupp. He's honestly worse than Jarvis Landry. Do I move Cooper Kupp into the F tier? I'm gonna keep Cooper Kupp in the D tier right now. I just think Cole Beasley is by far worse than all these dudes. Now Scary Terry right here, again, he's like pretty similar to all these guys right here. Now Scary Terry could be an investment because he is going to get a really good superstar MVP card. I don't know when exactly that is coming out. I believe it should come out when the game officially drops the 20th. So it could be a good investment, but his basically card right here is pretty similar to Lockett, DJ Moore, and Brandon Cooks. Chris Godwin right here is pretty decent with a power will be 85 speed. Doesn't really get like into the 80 tier route running for anything, but he gets 79 short, 79 medium, and 76 deep with the power up. Now we got our first S tier wide receiver right here, Devin Hester, fully upgraded. The upgraded will be 90 speed. It's 90 route running for every single category, short, medium, and deep. And when fully upgraded can also get route tech. So he is going to be absolutely insane. Next up right here, we got OBJ, who I honestly want to put him A tier, but he's just so similar to guys like Lockett, McLaurin, DJ Moore, and Brandon Cooks. Again, with the power will be 87 speed. For me, I don't know why I think this, but I just think OBJ always plays better than his overall. So he might be, I'm going to move him top in the B because it's just OBJ. I don't know why, I can't explain it, but he always plays better than his overall. Right here, we got AJ Brown, who is pretty similar to these guys right here. With the power will be 85 speed. And just like Chris Godwin, will not hit the 80 tier route running for anything with just the power up. Allen Robinson right here with the power will be 84 speed. So he's going to be 1 speed point slower than everyone in this tier, but he will hit the 80 tier for short route running. CeeDee Lamb right here is slightly tough, but I'm going to go ahead and put him in the A tier. He's going to be 87 speed, but he can't hit 80 tier route running for anything. He has a nice balance between all his route running, so he's pretty good. Sterling Shepard right here is on the same exact tier as CeeDee Lamb. Pretty much the only difference between them is that Sterling Shepard has 80 short route running. Courtland Sutton right here, he's on like the C tier level. He's pretty similar to, he's like a 2 speed point faster Allen Robinson. I know, 2 speed points, he should probably be in the B tier, right? But I just think he's very similar to like Devonte Parker, Robert Woods, Chris Godwin. He's pretty similar to all these guys in this tier. DK right here is a very interesting one. I could put DK in the S tier. I think I'm gonna go ahead and, oh man, this is a tough one. I'm going to put DK in the S tier. I don't care. He's an 83 overall. With the power, will have 88 speed. The thing that kind of goes, I would say, a little bit unnoticed about him is his decent route running as well. He's going to hit that 80 tier of deep route running. Also, keep in mind what I said with Kenny Galladay. He is a big body. He's a big guy. You're definitely going to get some ag catches with him as well. And I just think, again, if people go ahead and learn exactly, hey, I got to do this with my user to go ahead and just ag someone on a streak, this is a guy that's going to be absolutely OP. Now, Mike Evans right here, I'm going to put Mike Evans in the A tier. Really, that's the only reason why is to do with the fact, again, the big body. And you can kind of see there's a little bit of a tier going, right? We got a big, fast guy right here in DK. Got a slightly bigger guy, but he's slower than even, I think, Kenny Galladay. And then Kenny Galladay in the B tier, big guy. So I think that's kind of how it goes for, like, height receivers right here. Mike Evans and DK can also, they're starting to get some good abilities right here. They can get short and elite for 1 AP. Very, very good. Justin Jefferson right here is once again similar to the guys in this tier, so he's going to go C tier. With the power up will be 85 speed, 80 short route running, and also 80 deep route running. So he's probably the best person in C tier, but I think you're going to get similar levels of how they play out of everyone in the C tier. Now right here we got Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel for me is S tier. I absolutely love this card. He's going to be 88 speed, and with these Team Affinity cards, they don't have power-ups. He doesn't hit 80 tier route running for any route, but I just feel like he plays so good. Ability-wise, he can get one of the better ones in the game. He can get short and elite. And Djax right here, S tier again. 89 speed on him, one of the fastest receivers in the game. It's 80 deep route running, and again, I just think this guy, so far, I think Devin Hester is going to be the best one we covered so far, but Djax is probably the second best. And an interesting ability he can get matchup nightmare, which could be very, very good on him. Now Chase Claypool right here, honestly, this is another one that, again, not a lot of people run because you see a lot of Djax, you see a lot of Deebo Samuel, and you'll see a lot of another receiver we're going to cover, but Chase Claypool is honestly S tier. Again, he's 6'4", 87 speed, has 80 short route running, and also 82 deep route running. He can really do it all, and also get that short and elite ability for 1 AP. Keenan Allen right here, talk about an underrated wide receiver. I'm going to go ahead and put him, he's either A or B, and it's strictly because of the abilities he can get. I'm going to put him at the top in the B though, because I think I'd rather have everyone in A tier over him. But he can get abilities such as outside apprentice, route tech, and even short and elite in the first slot. He's very, very good. The one thing that like kind of is bad about him is his speed. With the power up will only be 84 speed, but he hits 80 short route running and also 80 medium route running as well. I think that justifies him being the B tier. Again, his abilities are really, really good. Another one right here, pretty similar to Keane Allen. He's like a 1 speed point faster Keane Allen. Pretty much the same thing I said. He's going to be 85 speed this time. Again, can get route tech and outside apprentice in the second slot for his abilities if you power him up. And can also get short and elite in the first slot. But Amari Cooper also goes ahead and hits 80 route running for each tier. Kind of want to move him in the A tier, but again, I'm going to keep him top in the B right now. Tyra Kill right here, I don't think this needs any explanation. Top in the S tier so far. I think he is the best receiver we covered besides Devin Hester. What's good about him, 90 speed on him with the power up and also 90 deep route running. Can't really get the good abilities, but Tyra Kill is Tyra Kill, and he is absolutely insane to start the year every single year. Diggs right here is going to be a slower guy, but he's going in the A tier. If you power him up, again, he can get route tech and outside apprentice in the second slot. Can also get short and elite in the first slot. And with the power up, he will be 86 speed, so a little bit faster than Amari Cooper and Keane Allen. And again, he hits that 80 tier route running for each one, short, medium, and deep. Julio right here, I'm going to put Julio in the B tier. It feels absolutely just weird to put him kind of not in the S tier. With the power up though, will be 85 speed, 80 route running for each and every single one. Some abilities he can get in the first slot, he can get short and elite. He can also get like mid out, mid in, and short out in the second slot. Can't get like the route tech or the slot apprentice that say like Amari Cooper could. But I think the way Julio plays and also his abilities are good enough for the B tier. I feel like they did DeAndre Hopkins so dirty. Like, he's a worse Julio Jones. So I have to put him in the C tier. Now, I really don't like putting D-Hop in the C tier. But with the power up, he'll only be 85 speed. He hits the 80 route running for each and every single one. And he gets the same abilities as Julio, but like, Julio is just literally better than him. And like, I can't put him on the same tier as Julio, so I have to put him C tier. Randy Moss right here, pre-order bonus will be 87 speed. I'm putting Moss in the A tier. He can get mid in and mid out for 2 AP or matchup nightmare as well. I just feel like Moss always plays so good. And again, kind of like the things I said about DK, Chase Claypool, Kenny Galladay, bigger guy. He's going to get you some crazy ags as well. Now we got Slant Boy right here. We're going to put Slant Boy in the C tier. Pretty similar stuff to all the other people I said. With the power will be 84 speed. Sure, he can hit 80 short and 80 medium route running, but he can't hit 80 deep route running. And he can get the same abilities as like D-Hop. They're pretty similar. D-Hop's just 1 speed point faster. Lance Alworth right here is for sure going S tier. Now, is he better than Tyra Kill? I don't know, but he can get some really good abilities. He can get route tech. He's also 88 speed, and if you do have a strategy card, you can plus his deep route running by 1 and get that to 90. But every other route running, 87 short, and I believe 88 medium as well. He gets great abilities, and he's a free card you can get. He's for sure one of the best receivers in the game. Now, personally, I'm going to go Jack Youngblood instead of Lance Alworth. Let me know down in the comments what team captain you are picking, by the way. Now moving on to Devonta Smith, again, another great wide receiver, 88 speed on him, hits 80 plus route running for every single one, also can get route tech just like I said about the previous receivers, good enough to get you in the S tier. Jamar Chase right here is for sure S tier, 91 speed on him is the major thing you gotta look at. I believe he hits 80 plus deep route running as well, and he's like mid 70s for the other route running. But he's the fastest receiver in the game. If you get pressed with Jamar Chase on your team, literally put him on a streak and just watch him burn everyone. You cannot press this guy. And for abilities, he can get stuff like matchup nightmare. Really not the best abilities in the world, but they're good enough. Now a very interesting one right here, Wes Welker. So, Wes Welker. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, this card sucks. But realistically, he's either A or S tier. It really depends on your team. And for that reason, I'm going to put him A tier. The reason why he's so good is not really because of his stats. Like, sure, yeah, 86 speed is fine. And also hitting the 80 tier route running is also very good. But the thing that makes him good is he can get slot apprentice, and not a lot of people can. So he's going to get those really nice posts, those really nice crossers and all that. So honestly, as we keep looking at the Tom Brady and Mahomes pack is a lot closer than people think. But the Dion versus Rodney Harrison one is the kind of the thing that settles it. But yeah, Wes Welker is very good. Now Devonte Adams right here is another card they just kind of hoed and like they statted very bad. But he's for sure B tier. I could maybe see him A tier. With the power will be 85. It's 80 plus route running, and I think he's pretty in the high 80s as well for each route running. He's very good route running, just slightly slow. He can get route tech in the second slot for his abilities. He can also get short and elite in the first slot. So right here, we gotta go ahead and make a new tier for this card right here. This Michael Thomas. If you're wondering how to get this Michael Thomas, you go into the yard store. Oh, and you don't pay with like your cred or whatever, right? You have to pay $30 for this card, and this tier is going to be called "Pay $30 for this trash." He's not even a good wide receiver. People were paying $30 for Tyrann Mathieu too, which is another person you can get with the same kind of thing. You get like yard uniforms, you get mutt uniforms, and an 87 overall. Not worth it. Please don't buy it. Please don't buy it. But yeah, it's just really just not worth it. And yeah, this has pretty much been my tier list. Let me know down in the comments what you agree with, what you disagree with. Let me know what position you want to see next to. I'm thinking about doing tight ends. I hope y'all did enjoy this video though. If you did and you stayed to the end, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on the video and also subscribe if you are new. I appreciate y'all clicking on to the video, but other than that, man, has been your boy, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.